Dallas man arrested after fatally shooting another man point blank at a South Oak Cliff apartment complex over a love dispute involving a girl. Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles, the great millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful scattered abroad. Real quick, I want to go into this situation that happened. What was it, last week? I meant to already go into it, but things came up, so now I want to go into it now. But it's a story that happened in Dallas last week where you had what they called a love triangle. All right, and I just want to grab a few scriptures showing you how all this can be avoided by following the scriptures, by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and following the word of YAHWASHI, which our people don't. All right, and this is also another episode of when iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right, and in this story that you're going to hear, there was a lot of iniquity going on, a lot of wickedness, and it ultimately caused spirits to run cold. People lost their mind and act certain ways, and this is the time that we're in where we're going to see a lot of judgment and death and destruction in these last days. And this right here is an example of that. So I want to use it for edification's sake through the Spirit of YAHWASHI, and I pray be edifying. Now, I had the article up, but I'm going to just ultimately go right here to this guy who did a video on it. I took some clips and let him say what he's going to say, and then we'll grab the scriptures as we go. All right, concerning the story. Let's play it.
Because they lost a family member who goes by the name of Quentin Brown. So we want to say rest in peace to that brother, and now allow us to get into this demonstration. Look, y'all, I'm talking about a cold-blooded killing. Here it is in this video. You're going to see a man, a brother, with his shirt off. And it appears that...
Now, this right here was the video. This video is all over the internet. And it pretty much showed this individual right here on the screen. He pretty much got gunned down. All right. Right there, you see kids in the back. You see people recording. And I saw this video, and it was crazy because when he did it, he did it in broad daylight in front of the whole neighborhood. And then people was running, screaming, "You going to prison, you going to jail, you going to jail." Because he just pretty much murdered a man in broad daylight. And this is how far people have gone. It looks like they in some apartment complex, probably the projects, low income. And this is what's going on right in the parking lot, man. All right. Amongst the Jake community, which shows you why the Lord got to really get rid of 2/3 Jakes, and how the Lord's going to, put Jake in their right mind. So we're going to be in the kingdom, and none of this is going to ever happen again. But this is also an example of what happens when you do not follow the scriptures. All right. So let's just let the story play. We'll grab a few scriptures.
He's walking away from a gray Dodge Challenger. But as he's walking away, he's looking back. And as he's looking back, you're going to see a big old brother. I'm talking about big husky brother. And this brother right here is walking towards him aggressively. What it appears to be a Draco or a small AK-47. As he's lifting the gun up, pointing it at Quentin, he's saying, "Give me the phone." And it appears that Quentin is trying to walk away, and then he appears to reach in his pocket as if he wanted to give him the phone. But the young guy, who now we come to understand is a brother who goes by the name of Alonzo Green.
Now look at this Jake. This is a Jake that pulled the gun. All right, now he's displaying the video because obviously I can't put the video on YouTube. But it's a crazy story when you get to the bottom of it, and you find out why these things happen. All right, the reason of things. Okay, why do these things happen? First of all, this guy right here has these long dreads. Okay, which the scripture says it's a shame for a man to have long hair. That causes a man to act feminine. Okay, it puts an effeminate spirit on a man. And the way this guy reacted, he reacted, which, the story just, just a crazy story, just gets deeper and deeper, and you see why all this shit, happened in the first place. But the way he reacted was very feminine, okay? And he did something that's going to cost him the rest of his life. He's only 22, I believe. Let's play some more.
Ups the gun, points it at him, and I'm talking about to his face. shoots him multiple times, then walks over to him and kick him in the face. Cold-blooded demonstration. It's one thing to shoot a man, but it's another thing to shoot a man in the face and then shoot him multiple more times and then kick him in the face. Now, after kicking him in the face, he grabs something off the ground.
So he's explaining the video that I obviously can't show you because we're on YouTube, and that's what happened. Now, this happened in front of the whole neighborhood. You know, like I showed you, kids was playing in the background. You know, the whole nine. You know, and this, you know, just goes to show you how wicked this place is, because, you know, Jake just lose their mind like that, and, you know, start going and destroying each other. But like I said, the story gets thicker. Before we go any further, though, let's go right here. It says Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54, which is the curses. This is the curses that we're still under to this day. Okay, because we disobeyed Yahweh BAHASHAM, and this is why you see these things. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, and this is how the Jake Israelite man has become, very delicate, you know, soft, you know, small-minded, you know, can't, you know, rationalize things straight. It says his eye shall be evil toward his brother. And you see this all the time with Jake, you know, having an evil eye towards each other. You know, Jake out there killing each other left and right like no tomorrow. You know, they hate each other. It says, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. All right, and this individual, he pretty much, you know, did something that caused him to be taken from his children. He's going to prison for the rest of his life probably, and his other guy got put to death. But it all was behind a woman. Okay, it all was behind a woman. Scripture says, whereeth moth. I'm gonna have to grab it. It's like I don't want to butcher it, but basically, where there's wickedness, there's women. All right, and this woman, she was in the middle of this love triangle, playing both these guys, causing them to, you know, do this big old charade that just made the news in front of, and it was, you know, lives were obviously affected by that. Those children standing around and seeing that, you know. Then this guy, you know, laid in the street. They kept him laying in the street for probably a few hours. You know how Esau do them while they're doing their investigations. All right. It says, yeah. So this is, you know, a curse that was put upon our people. Jake have an evil eye towards one another. They you know, gunning each other down. All right. Let me grab this too, and let's play some more.
We can only assume that that's the phone that he was talking about. Once you see the shooting go down, you got to pay close attention to the video. You're going to see a woman who's on the side, and she's going to start to walk towards the shooting. Now, anybody in their right mind understands that when people get to shooting their guns and stuff like that, everybody scatter like roaches. But when somebody is involved, you understand what I'm saying? When somebody knows what's going on, they're not going to flee from the shooting and stuff like that, because they know what's happening. And so this woman walks up to him after he kicks Quinn in the face. He's on the ground, bleeding to death, and he gives her the phone. Now, you're not going to see him give her the phone on the video. But according to the reports that I'm getting from people that were on scene, people that was on the ground right there when it went down, said that after he kicked him in the face, he grabbed the phone up off the ground and gave it to the girl. All over a phone? You mean to tell me you shoot and...
Now, that was the original story that came out. This was over a phone. But when you dig deeper, it was not just about a phone. It was about a woman.
Kill a man all over a phone? The hood educated lie detector test has determined that that's a lie. You know, we hood educated, not lame related. We understand you're not finna do all that over a phone. Now, I know people don't play about their property. You take something from somebody, you try to steal from somebody, and they'll do you low down and dirty. But to stand over him, shoot him multiple times after you shot him in the face, then kick him. Listen to me when I say kick, y'all. I'm not talking about, one of them little small little kicks where you just, and I'm not trying to be funny, but it was one of them kicks where you put all your might in it. Like, I'm talking about kicking a field goal type demonstration, punting the ball type demonstration. He went back like that and kicked the man in the face after he shot him down. That right there tells us that there's more to the story. That right there tells us that there's some emotion going on. That right there tells.
Right, and like I said, all that was in the video. It was pretty much a crime of passion. That's what they call it, a crime of passion. Because when you have such a bad enough motive or reason to do it, people, they do it, and you can tell by the way they, unalive somebody that they had. It wasn't, just no ordinary, situation. It was passion behind it, and that's what you see in this video. All right, like I said, this video was all over the internet. It just goes
to reports. The man that's on the ground, Quentin Brown, the man that killed him, Alonzo Green, they know each other. And the woman, Tatiana, she know both of them.
No, that's the woman. All right, that's the woman right there, Tatiana. All right, there's a reason why Blueface made that song, Tatiana. All right, it's like almost all these women named Tatiana turned out to be Tatianas, and she was dealing with both these with both of these men. All right, which caused them to, he's gonna go into it, but they was pretty much fighting all the time. They kept fighting. It was all over her. She'll get mad at one dude and call the other dude, but they pretty much fighting all the time, and then eventually, it ended up being somebody getting shot. But let me grab this real quick. It says Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. It says, hear the word of the Lord Yahawah, ye children of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians. Let me grab this in NLT as well. Salakia. No, that's all right. It's all right. I'll just read it right here. It says, for the Lord Yahawah hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. And this is what you see amongst our people. There is no real knowledge of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Everybody so-called call themselves believing in God, but you have a zeal of the Most High, but it's not according to knowledge. You don't know who the Most High is. You don't know the way the Lord set up for you to conduct yourselves. And Jake be having the Bible all out through their house, but they never actually open it up and read it. They're not actually taught the truth of the Bible. It says, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery. All right, so what was going on was adultery was being committed, because you had one woman dealing with the woman and another dude dealing with the woman at the same time. That's adultery. Okay. So not only, so say, what did that lead to? Killing. Okay, stealing. I guess he stole her phone and tried to run, and she was lying, probably telling them that, lying on one another. It says, and committed adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Okay, this is what we see as well, blood touching. Okay, and that's what you call so-called black on black crime. I want to grab this at NLT too, real quick, because, hey man, this right here is, an example of what happens amongst our people, and they don't know why, but there's a reason why the Lord allows these things to happen. It says, Hosea chapter 4, verse 1 and 2 in the NLT. It says, you make vows and break them. You kill and steal and commit adultery. There is violence everywhere, one murder after another. And this is what we see amongst our people, amongst our communities. Jake just out there killing each other, man. All right. Reading on, it says, there is violence everywhere. You murder one murder after another. And I was just watching the video actually about the whole Chicago shit. Them niggas is up there killing each other like crazy, man. So this is a curse that was put upon our people. It says, this is why your land is mourning and everyone is wasting away. Even the wild animals and birds of the sky and the fish of the sea are disappearing. Don't point your finger at someone else and try to pass the blame. My complaint, you priest, is with you. So you will stumble in broad daylight. That's the point. That's the point. Well, no. Let me read on. Salakia, it says, so you will stumble in broad daylight, and your false prophets will fall with you in the night, and I will destroy Israel, your mother. It says, my people are destroyed for it because they don't know me. You see, because Jake don't really know Yahweh BAHASHAM Shai. This is why Jake is, destroyed and, getting put to death in the middle of the projects. It says, since you priests refuse to know me, I refuse to recognize you as my priest. Since you have forgotten the law of your power, I will forget to bless your children. And this is why those children, those that was in that neighborhood, they seen that at a young age, and then they're gonna probably grow up and end up in the same situation if this place was to go on any longer. It becomes a cycle. All right, so let's just play some more. We got some more scriptures.
Let's break down. Let's break down that. Now here it is. According to court documents, Tatiana is laying down with both of them. This is what they call a love triangle nowadays. Nah, this is just good old playing the field. Good old cheating here, cheating there. We gonna call it what it is.
It's bad old adultery, okay? And the Lord speaks about adultery. So like he just said, the woman was dealing with both those men, okay? And that caused those guys to, buck up and try to kill each other. It says Proverbs chapter 6, verse 32. And I'm reading the KJV, then I'm reading NLT. It says, but whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. So if you commit adultery with a woman, which means to deal with a woman that already has a man, or dealing with a man, you are committing adultery and you lack understanding. The Lord is seriously against that. That's a very heinous crime in the eyes of Yahweh BAHASHAM Shai. It says because it's pollution. Two men ain't supposed to be going into the same woman. Really, we got a woman as virgins, and it was only you that dealt with your woman for her the remainder of the rest of your life or her life. Okay, all this double dipping stuff that's not it, man. All right, that's wickedness. The Lord is against that, and this is why these things happen. It says, he that doeth it destroyeth his own soul, and this is why the individuals, those two dudes that was dealing with that same woman, one ended up getting killed, and the other one's going to prison for the rest of his life, going to wish that he was dead. It says, a wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man. All right, and like I said, these guys was fighting each other, so they both had particular rage, but one was more mad than the other. It showed, if you watch the video, when the guy up the gun, the guy kind of put his hands up like, yo, like, come on, bro, you really finna kill me? And that guy killed him, executed that man in broad daylight like that. The way it was done, and he explained a little bit of it. It was vicious. All right, so that was that rage. It says, for jealousy is the rage of a man, and therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. So he didn't spare him. He shot him all in the face. He said he will not spare in the day of vengeance. And that's why you saw what you saw. It says he will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. So you could have tried to get that man anything and try to bribe him to calm it down, but if when since that rage kicked in, he felt like that about his woman, he was going to do that. This is what the Lord, is against this. Men are territorial. So if a man feel like that doing something to his woman, or or doing something with his woman, he's liable to kill you. And a lot of times they supposed to kill, they should have put her ass down too. But then the kids, really wouldn't have no parents. So like I said, it's just a vicious cycle. But I'm reading this in the NLT. It says Proverbs chapter 6, verse 32. But the man who commits adultery is an utter fool. He destroys himself. So if you are committing adultery, you are an utter fool, man. All right, because the Lord sends judgment back for that. The Lord will get you for that, man. A lot of guys get put into the grave or sent to prison behind being an adulterer. That's a commandment the Lord set for us not to break. It says in certain, we're not perfect. Certain sins, certain commandments we break without even knowing. But that right there, Jake know they ain't supposed to be doing no shit like that, man. You know, that's why if you meet a woman, you always ask her, hey, do you got a man? You know, for you brothers, you should know. If you meet a woman, you always ask her, does she got a man? You know, because even these women, that they might not tell you. You might be just, hanging, chilling out with a woman, and next to know somebody banging on a door, and this guy got a gun, talking about he ready to kill you. All right, because because you in his domain, you in his territory. It says he will be wounded and disgraced. His shame will never be erased. Who that kind of rhymed? But for the woman's jealous husband will be furious, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. And that's what you saw in this video. It was no mercy. It was no remorse. He just kind of, in front of everybody, didn't even care about his own life. That man crashed out over a woman. Crashed out. And a lot of Jake do this. A lot of Jake, they lose their mind over a woman. Scripture says, wit. Many have run out of their wits for a woman. Or what I can grab that. It says, he will accept no compensation nor be satisfied with a payoff of any size. Yeah, so you can't pay him off. You can't buy. You ain't gonna be able to buy him out the condom. You can't bribe him to chill. That guy's gonna lose it. What was I just saying? I just had a precept. Damn, I just skipped my mind. All right, let's play some
All
more.
that love triangle stuff like that, just to try to pretty it up and all that. No, she landed with both of them, and they knew about it. They knew about it. Y'all laying down with the same woman, and y'all.
So these guys was simping. All right, it was going off, man. All right, let me grab this too. It came back to me through YAHAWAH. Many have run out of their wits for women. All right, guys lose their mind over a damn woman. All right, and that's not good. That's not good, especially in these last days. Salakia, it says, 2 Ezra chapter 4, verse 22. By this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do you not labor and toil and give to bring all to the woman? And this is what people do. They be out there working and going, killing and stealing and robbing, just to bring all it to a woman, or just to show off for a woman. Jake do a lot of shit just to get the attention of women. It says, yeah, a man taketh his sword and nowadays his gun, and goeth his way to rob and to steal, to sail upon the sea and upon rivers, and looketh upon a lion, and goeth in the darkness, and when he hath stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. There's a lot of stories like that where guys, they'll do, especially Jake, they like to try to impress their women, but they may not have a job, so they'll go rob somebody. I've heard shit like that. I heard a woman talk about how, I had this woman, she said the most romantic thing, I think it was Sexy Red actually that said it, and you know how much of a demon she is. She said the most, sweet thing a guy ever did for her was he went and robbed somebody because he didn't have no money. So he went and robbed somebody and gave her the money. These are the jakes that we dealing with nowadays, man. All right, the Lord put demons on Jake, got these curses on Jake. It says, wherefore a man loved his wife better than his father and mother. Yeah, many there be that have run out of their wits for women. You lost your mind behind a woman, man. And that's what make a guy do that in broad daylight like that, man. And become servants for their sakes. Yeah, because if you, as the story gonna go on, I guess he found out, something that he ain't like. Took her phone, walking down the street. She called the other guy. He comes to the rescue and shoots the guy in the face, and ultimately killing the man, and then takes her phone back. That's what he picked up off the ground. So she called him. Oh, I'm gonna call my baby daddy. Whoever the hell to come and fix and handle the problem. It says, became servants for their sakes. Many also have perished and have erred and sinned for women. And this is a great example of what you see in this video of men being perishing over a woman and have erred and sinned for women. All right, on both sides. They both went was going to hell off. and not one is going to is perished, and his body's in the grave. Salakia, another black on black crime. His body's in the grave, and then the other one is going to perish in a damn prison cell, probably getting eaten up by a nuke through the prison bars, man. All right. It says, but yeah, well, that's the point. Let's play some more.
Knew about it. Look, here it is, right? This woman right here told the brother Quentin that she was pregnant with his daughter.
Mm.
So this man been around her the whole 9 months, believing that that this is his baby.
Mm.
This man got pictures all on Facebook holding this baby. He happy. His grandmama thought it was his baby. His family members thought it was his.
So as you've seen, it's like I keep stopping it, but like I said, we just want to bring edification out of this. You can go watch this guy's video. I forgot exactly what the channel was. If I remember, or you can ask me, and I'll put it in the comment board or something. But through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, man, hey, this is another reason why we got to go into this, because hey, when children get involved, you don't want to deal with another man's, which she pretty much told this man that it was his baby and it was the other guy's baby. But Jake and the Blue losing their damn mind or whatever on both sides. But it says Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. And that's what that guy did. What he did, he had no rule over his own spirit. But going back into the baby thing, this is why two men ain't supposed to deal with the same woman, because then the baby comes out of it and nobody knows who the father is. All right, not only does it pollute the woman, but it also makes problems for to determine the paternity of the baby. All right, so that's wickedness in itself. That's confusion. A baby come out, you dealing with a woman, a baby come out, and you don't know who, you don't know if it's your baby. That's confusion, man. That's not the way this thing was set up either. But this is the world that we in nowadays.
Baby, you got people's comment to my, that baby look just like you and all that old type of stuff. But after, doing his own research,
let's play it and bring it back.
The brother Quentin, that she was pregnant with his daughter. So this man been around her the whole 9 months, believing that, So this man been around her the whole 9 months, believing that, that this is his baby. This man got pictures all on Facebook holding this baby. He happy. His grandmama thought it was his baby. His family members thought it was his baby. You got people's comment to my, that baby look just like you and all that old type of stuff. But after, doing his own research, and I'm talking about DNA analysis and stuff like that, come to find out that he is not the father.
Mm. And that's embarrassing as hell. Can you imagine you got a child and everybody saying, he posting the baby, everybody know you got a baby, and the baby come out, he said he was there the whole 9 months, found the baby come out, because she was still dealing with the other dude. So she's dealing with this other dude, her baby daddy, or whoever the hell this other guy was. She was with this guy, so she dealing with this other dude. Baby come out, found out it's not his. They said the baby don't look like him. His whole family telling the baby don't look like him, or telling him that they do look like whatever. And he found out the baby is not his. That's that's hell for a man. All right, so that's another reason why this is wicked as hell too. That ain't supposed to be happening. All this could be avoided if we, follow the ways and the scriptures of YAHAWASHI.
And according to reports, the father is the man that killed him. Cold-blooded demonstration. I'm talking about the man, he had this man's daughter in his hands, believing that this is his daughter. This woman done tricked him. Mm. And the whole time, it's the man that killed him, daughter. Ridiculous. This is crazy. But it gets worse, y'all. Because according to reports, These boys been fighting each other over this woman for some time now.
Mm.
People that are close to the situation said that these men done fought at least 3 to 4 times over this woman. She get mad at this one. She call the baby, the supposed to be baby daddy. She get mad at this one. Then she call the real baby daddy.
Mm.
And these guys is, I'm talking about, out there tussling and fighting behind this woman. Everybody that's close to the situation, you want to report. The man that's on the ground, Quentin Brown.
Come on, man. I don't know what
the man that killed him, Alonzo Green, they know each other. And the woman, Tatiana, she know both of them. Documents over this woman for some time now. Told the police that, yeah, I'm sleeping with both of them. It's a love triangle type demonstration. Check it out.
All right, so lucky. Make sure
The report. The man times over this woman. Of course, these boys been fighting each other over this woman for some time now. People that are close to the situation said that these men done fought at least 3 to 4 times over this woman. She get mad at this one. She call the baby, the supposed to be baby daddy. She get mad.
Yeah, Salaki for that. You know, I'm just putting this up raw. You know, just praise edifying. But so yeah, you know, these guys was fighting all over this woman and shit. And you know, a lot of this going on. Guys going back and forth over a woman. Imagine when all hell break loose. These guys gonna be, you know, purging each other. It says Matthew chapter 24 verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, love of many shall wax cold. All right, all this, you know, iniquity going on, causing people to really act out. You know, it says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And the best way we can endure unto the end is by following the commands of YAHWAH BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. People that are not doing that, they're not going to be able to endure. All right, they're going to find themselves in sticky situations, you know, that you can't get out of. All right, bringing it back. It says, Salakia, this thing that moved. It says, verse 14, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So we at the end of this thing, man. All right, and a lot of this stuff that's going on is not going to happen in our kingdom. All right, this is Esau's kingdom. It's a bunch of confusion and wickedness, but our kingdom is going to be, you know, better. All right, let me grab one more before I start playing it again. It's like, I know you want to get the story, but we got to mirror it with these scriptures and edification. All right, praise edifying to the whole elect. It says, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 19. It says, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So all, you know, wickedness is nothing compared to the wickedness of a woman. These women are wicked as hell, because she done did all this, and she gonna, you know, she destroyed 2 of these guys' lives, and not only that, her own child's life and children's lives in the park. People, everybody else's lives around there had to watch that shit. Probably gonna have nightmares. Probably gonna need, you know, some therapy or something. All over a woman, okay, all over Tatiana. This is all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. All right, going up, let's go. Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. All right, and the plague of the heart is a plague of the mind. You know your mind going crazy. And a lot of guys don't think straight when they get around a woman. And you brothers know, man. If you ever been in love before, everything is, you know, it's a whole, you know, life is got a whole different, you know, aroma to it. Okay, you be caught up, you know. And it says, in any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. So a woman can, can really show her wickedness and, cause a lot of wickedness when she gets a man disabled like that, when he fall in love with her. Verse 16, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. And you could be dealing with a woman, she could be wicked as hell, putting you through all kind of hell, driving you crazy, you know. A lot of men die young, because they, or, die early because they be dealing with a crazy ass woman. All right, just the stress alone will kill you. It says, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. So he, when one time was in love with this woman, thought they was having a baby together. Next thing you know, she calling her baby daddy, and this be the dude that come and kill you. So she the reason why you got killed. All right, and she looked like a fairly good woman, but you can't, you gotta think with your big head and not your little head. Okay, it's not all about looks. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. They get caught up by how a woman look, and they say, you in hell. A woman, if she maintain, that's the point. All right. Oh, 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Okay. So these women, man, they, it started with Eve. Look at what happened with Eve. Okay, we was in the garden, but because Eve got deceived, look at where we are now. All right, so you can't be falling behind a woman. You men gotta be men. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather bride. If you got a woman, you supposed to keep her ass in straights, man. She can't do what she want to do, go where she want to go. She supposed to be coming to you for approval for everything. All right, that's the way it was set up. The man is the head. All right, you for the woman that got a problem with that, or you guys that simp and got a problem with that, this is why you find yourselves in these situations. It says, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. And the only reason why you could really, the main or only reason why you can let a woman go is if she commits adultery. So if your woman is dealing with another man, that's not your woman no more. I'm always said in the world, hey, if a nigga can take my hoe, then that ain't my hoe no more. That never happened. All right, but I said that jokingly, laughing with my friends, but but it's true. If a motherfucker take your woman, that ain't your woman no more, man. That never was your woman. As they say, it's not your woman, it's just your turn. And so if a nigga take your woman, hey, let him have her. She ain't worth fighting over. But guys be trying to fight over these women and end up getting themselves destroyed, either killing somebody else or they get killed and go to prison. It says, that's the point. Let's play some more.
Mad at this one, then she called the real baby daddy. And these guys I'm talking about out there tussling and fighting behind this woman. Everybody that's close to the situation that I have spoken to has told me that the brother Quinn got hands. And every time they got into a fight, Quinn always came out to be the winner, the victor. Quinn is whooping on this 22-year-old youngster, putting real hands on him. And that's why this time, the fourth time, the youngster came with that gun. And why Quinn thinking that it's finna be the same old, we finna fight, I'm finna whoop him, and that's finna be that. No. This man right here pulled that gun out, y'all, I'm talking about, and would not stop shooting. I'm talking about like he understood. As soon as he pulled that gun out, I'm shooting him, and that's what he did. If you haven't seen that video and you get into stuff like that, and that's the type of stuff that you just need for your own verification, go over there. The link gonna be pinned at the top of the comment section. Go get you a membership over there at my Too Raw For You.
Yeah, that's when you start promoting this channel.
Told the police that.
All right, but yeah. So that like you said, that video was something, man. Just seeing it on videos was like, what the fuck? What the hell? It just show you that, what's the term? What's the quote? It says, "Wait till you see it." See what? What a man can do to another man. That was from the movie Fury. All right, that video, yeah, that shit was gruesome. You had people that saw it in live in action. The whole neighborhood saw it live in action. Can you imagine? It says Ecclesiasticus chapter 42, verse 13. For from garments cometh a moth, and from women wickedness. Okay, so these women, you know, they they where there's women, there's wickedness, man. All right, so these guys, they got taken by this woman, you know, and she ended up causing their own destruction, and she finna go do the same thing with, you know, two other men, three other, four other men. It says, going back up, verse 12, behold not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women. So you can't just, you know, because a woman looks good, you know, you give in to her, or, you know, be sitting amongst a bunch of women, you know, because those women, you know, will be end up having a man, and you know, he trying to kill you. It says, that's the point.
Yeah, I'm sleeping with both of them. It's a love triangle type demonstration. But according to the sister, according to Quinn's sister, it wasn't just nothing like that. She's saying that there's a little bit more. Check it out.
So it just gets deeper and deeper.
This right here is a post from Quentin Brown's sister. I am so tired of trying to correct everyone. The bitch called my brother over to spend the night, then called the other dude in the morning. It was a setup. Nothing about this is funny. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, that's cold. If that's what really happened, that's cold. You got one man that you got laying in the bed with, that you've been tricking and manipulating him for I don't know how many years, and then as soon as you get into it with him, you call your real child's father, and he come over there with a gun and kill this man. And look, she ain't worried about nothing. They saying that she grabbed that phone, and I'm talking about went on about her business like she wasn't studying nothing. That's why it wasn't no problem for her to get out there. I'm talking about, and when the police came and told the police everything. After telling the police everything, they caught Green caught. They caught him sitting in the car, blood all on his shoes, gun and everything. He gave a full-on confession. Case closed.
So he came back to his senses. After that, he came back to his senses. You know, the demon jumped off of him, and now he's sitting up there waiting for the police to get there, man. You see? That's crazy. But that's the situation you can find yourself in when you're not obeying the ways of YAHAWASHI.
But what can we learn from this demonstration right here?
And that's why. What can we learn from this demonstration? All right, that's why I brought it out on precepts, so you can learn something from this. Because, you know, I always said, man, you got to learn from other people's mistakes. You know, if you watching and paying attention, learn from other people's mistakes so you don't make the same mistakes. Okay? But, let me see.
Listen, young brothers, classic brothers, stop putting y'all life on the line for a woman that don't give a damn about neither one of y'all. This woman right here, what she's finna do while Quinn is in the ground, rest in peace to that brother, while Alonzo, while you finna go do the mass majority of your life, if not life in prison, she's finna be out doing the same thing to other men. Yeah, she's finna continue her life having sex with multiple men, having babies by multiple men, just living her life however she wants to. And you know, hey,
that's Eve, boy. That's Eve. All right, that's the black wildebeest that this damn devil Esau done created. When Eve bit that apple, you know, took on those philosophies of the devil, which is what's pushed to this day, upheld to this day. Cause she walked away scot free. Why the hell she ain't go to jail? She should have been locked up, you know, put in the cell too. She caused all of this. She can go out there and tell the cops to their face, yeah, I was dealing with both of them, you know, pretty much breaking the laws of the Bible, but because it doesn't break this man's laws, or she can go do this again. You see? And I grabbed this precept. I was actually looking for something else, but this Lord, you know, the Spirit made it where I grabbed this. It's taking a whole different scripture, and the Spirit made me where I grab this right here. And this is the Spirit, man. It says Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 25. I applied mine heart to know and to search and to seek out wisdom, which is what we have done. Okay. Okay, this is what we've done when we came into this truth. We are seeking out wisdom. It says, and the reason of things. Why do these things happen? Okay, why does this happen like this? Why does this work like that? And to know the wickedness of folly. It says, and to know the wickedness of folly, even and foolishness and madness. And this is what we see in this world. Wickedness of folly, foolishness, and madness. This is all we see, man. All right. And when you get an understanding of these scriptures, you understand why these things happen. The scripture says how what the scripture says, say how through much knowledge or wisdom is much grief, because you start to, which it is comforting to understand why it happened, but then you start to see these things happen and play out, and understand that it's going to continue to happen until the Lord come back and make things right. It says, Salakia. It says, I find more bitter than death the woman. So this is an example that Solomon had. King Solomon, and he had many women. Okay, but he understood women. He says, I find more bitter than death the woman. Okay, so bitter, or death is sweet compared to the bitterness of a woman. It says, whose heart or mind is snares and nets, traps, setting you up. She think of all types of schemes and plans to get you. These women, they run game on men, and have these men losing their minds if you're not a strong man. If you're not strong in the mind, and you gotta know how to deal with women. There should be a whole class taught to that about men, how to deal with women. Or even as Apostle Paul said, just don't even deal with them. I'd rather you not deal with them. I'd rather you just be as he was, and not deal with women at all. But brothers, it's harder for brothers to do that. Fewer brothers can do that than anything. So you gotta deal with women. If you gotta deal with them, learn how to deal with them, okay, and learn when not to deal with them. It says, in whose heart and whose hands as bands, whoso pleases the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. So if you doing the will of YAHAWASHI, the Lord's going to have where you escape from her. This is why certain brothers, a certain woman that was bringing you hell and was toxic as hell, the Lord had it where she either left or it didn't work out, and you might have been hurt for a little bit, but ultimately it was for a good reason. Okay, it was for your purpose. It was for your for your own betterment. Because if not, that woman probably would have had you get put to death or arrested or something. Drove you crazy, drove you mad. That happens to a lot of men. Sometimes the Lord will have where He'll allow you, He'll give you a way to escape these women, okay, that are demons. It says, but these niggas, they get taken by them, end up getting put to death or going to prison behind a woman. It's a lot of men in prison and in the grave behind a woman, if not the majority of them. It's all behind a woman. It says, behold, this have I found. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one, to find out the account, yet which my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. So he did an experiment. He said, all the men I found, I found one man that was righteous, but out of 1,000 women, he couldn't find not one that was righteous, because the woman is a weaker vessel. Satan jumps on them from time to time. So Satan jump on them from time to time, and she'll do something and don't even realize why she doing it. So that's why the man is the head, the guy that's in the house. He has the ultimate say so, because it wasn't Adam that was deceived by the serpent. It was Eve, the woman. All right.
That's what she wanted to do. You understand? And you guys, y'all got to have some backbone, and I'm talking about, and some respect for yourself, to not allow a woman to treat you that way.
Mm.
Because this stuff right here, it happens all the time. I'm talking, it happens so much in the ghettos all across America. I don't see how we ain't learned from this. This right here is just straight insanity. If you dealing with a woman and she got another guy that she dealing with, that's your ex. Look, hold on, wait, I gotta get up out of here. Because you don't never know. You never know how much another man loves a woman.
Mm.
Even though she trying to mess with you. This other man will kill you behind this woman.
Mm.
And a lot of the times we escape with our lives because some of us is conscious enough to say, you know what, hold on, wait a minute. Let me get up out of this. This man right here love you so much, he talking about killing me. I ain't even did nothing. You done, I'm here dealing with you thinking it's all good. You got a suicide, a homicidal maniac that's in love with you. I can't be dealing with you. I got to get out the way. But a lot of us, we want to, I ain't studying them. And, you get your pride and your ego and stuff, all involved. And then you got her, I'm talking, oh, you scared? You going to let her, she doing all that, playing on you. And you thinking that, yeah, no, I ain't scared. I ain't finna. Man, look, brothers, quit sacrificing y'all lives for those type of women.
Mm.
Quit putting yourself in positions for those type of women.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you dealing with that type of women, two things is finna happen. You gonna get killed, or you going to jail, or you gonna have somebody lying to you, talking about this baby is yours, it's not yours. You can catch a disease because this woman right here, she loves to have sex with multiple men. It's just too many wrong things that can happen, too many bad things that can happen, and you're not gonna benefit. There's no benefit in engaging in that type of relationship.
Right.
Yeah, we think it's all fun and games.
You know what it is? Jake get pee whipped, man. Jake get pee whipped. They start pussy begging, become total simps and uh damn, pretty much slaves to these women. You see, so you gotta have some integrity about yourself and say, you know what, I ain't going out like that. You know.
Yeah, I'm hitting his baby mama. Yeah, man, I'm tearing his broad up. He mad and he's sick. That man was.
Hard Rock Bet, betting casino. Get it today.
Oh, okay, well, that was that. But yeah, so as you seen, man, that was just a prime example of wickedness, man. Okay, prime example of wickedness. Let me close out with this right here. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. And that's what happened in this video. Jay got put to death. All right, because they thought it wouldn't happen to them. You always say, "Oh, it couldn't be me." Never think that it can't be you, or that you can't be that guy, man. This is why you gotta, move according to the scriptures to avoid situations like this. And now, as you've seen, I brought out plethora of scriptures showing you how the Lord, how many ways that could have been avoided if they was following the scriptures, man. All right, ultimately that's what to go back to. Are you following the scriptures? Are you following and serving YAHAWASHI? And most people aren't. Most of our people are not. Okay, that's what we're all concerned with. Most of our people that are not. So because they're not, they end up finding themselves in these situations and end up, getting lives cut short or, going into captivity over and over again because they're not following the ways of YAHAWASHI. And this is why in these last days, Lord is bringing us back to Him, so we can, learn the right way and then continue in the right way. Train our children up to go the right way. All right, it's important lessons of life. Okay, especially down here in Babylon, which is the shadow of death. Any moment you can get put to death, man. You might not even know your woman dead. Why you gotta know everything about your woman, man. You gotta go. You gotta have a password to a phone, her location, all that. Because if something ever becomes something it's not supposed to be, you need to know when to cut that shit off and say, you know what, time to cut her off and write her a bill of divorce and let her go. All right, so you don't end up getting out here, being out here in this making the news, put it like that. But Slovakia was so long, I didn't mean to make it too long, but I knew it's gonna be a little longer because of the scriptures and the video. But I praise been edifying to the hopeful elect. Double honor to our teachers, the elders, and apostles who taught us this truth, the proper way of life. And with that being said, we'll say Shalom, Kwame Sharallah, Abba Shalom.